Okay, who is the true conservative in the race for the White House? America's top conservative thinkers will gather in the nation's capital to debate that this week. The Conservative Political Action Conference is a meeting of the minds and a chance for the base to hear from most of the GOP candidates and other headliners, including a Republican senator who says President Obama is trampling the Constitution. In fact, the president used his weekly radio address to fire back at our next guest, Senator Mike Lee of Utah. Senator, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Shannon.
You say this has to do with the recess appointments the president has recently made when the Senate wasn't formally here in business. He says he's justified in doing it. Where's the rub?
Well, the rub is that the president doesn't get to decide when the Senate is in session. Ours is not a government of one, and the minute he decides that he has the power to say that we are in recess when, in fact, we had just had a session one day earlier is dangerous. And it threatens to take away the Senate's advice and consent prerogative to make sure that we have the ability to confirm presidential appointees. Now,
primarily what we've been talking about recent weeks, some appointments to the National Labor Relations Board and also the appointing of Richard Cordray to head up the new Consumer Bureau. You have vowed that you will block other appointees or nominees, and the president has fired back on that, saying basically a senator from Utah has promised to obstruct every appointment I tried to make, and that one senator will gum up the works. Is that your plan?
Well, of course, I haven't said that. The president has taken it upon himself to be my spokesman, and those are words I've never uttered. What I have said is that I've been very cooperative up to this point, and I've voted for a lot of the president's nominees with whom I disagree on a variety of policy issues, but that my almost complete cooperation up to this point ends now, and I will start resisting when it comes to reviewing those nominees. I haven't indicated what form that resistance will take, but the president has nonetheless taken it upon himself to tell me what I meant.
All right. The administration is relying on guidance from the Department of Justice, from the Office of Legal Counsel, saying that the president can make judgments about the Senate when it is and isn't in business. And basically the letter outlined the fact that what was happening in the Senate was nothing at all. There wasn't real business to be done there. You say that's not the call for the presidents to make. Is it the Senate's? Because still it's being led by Democrat Harry Reid. Who makes the call?
Well, the Senate makes the call. We are a coordinate branch of government. And just because the president thinks that we aren't doing enough at any given moment can't mean that he can thumb his nose at the Constitution and install people into high political appointed positions without any role for the Senate to play in the confirmation process. And so we think this is a dangerous precedent, and under the analysis outlined in that 23-page single-space memorandum that you referred to, it's just a short hop to get from where the president is now to the point where he could easily say, using exactly the same analytical framework, that every time the Senate breaks away for the weekend, he can recess appoint someone else.
All right, Senator, you're going to be speaking at CPAC this week. Most of the GOP candidates will be there as well. Is there somebody in the field yet that you feel most lines up with your philosophy, your understanding of the Constitution and these issues? Will you endorse someone before the primary is wrapped up?
I don't think so, Shannon. And, you know, like most Republicans, I'm eager to get behind whoever the Republican nominee is. I think we'll know within the next few months who that person will be, and I'll be anxious to get behind that person once that becomes apparent.
All right. Senator Mike Lee of Utah, great to see you today. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.